Hey YouTubers, welcome to another episode of I Am Unshackled. Happy New Year 2023. We are going to talk today about being intentional and setting seed in our personal lives and the lives of the society around us today. But speaking of being intentional, before we begin today's message and exhortation, I'm going to be intentional about encouraging you to hit that subscribe button to I Am Unshackled. If you're loving the content that you're hearing so far, or you want to follow along more with what we're doing and encourage others, hit that subscribe button for I Am Unshackled and follow along with us. So we are really talking today about the message of 2023, which I feel like is on the heart of not only this channel, but also really what's in society right now, which is really setting our resolutions. Every year in the Gregorian calendar, billions of people around the world start to set their resolutions when it comes to their goals and being intentional and purposeful, planned and deliberate, and really what's going on in our society. And really, there's a small fraction of the billions of people that set out with good intentions, set out with pure intentions to fulfill these goals. And really, there's a small fraction that actually fulfill that purpose that they had in their heart at the beginning of the year. So usually early on in the year at the gyms or on the sidewalks or in the workplace or in sports, just all these places, you see so many resolutioners out, and then they slowly start to fade off as the month goes on. So that's the Gregorian calendar. But on the Hebrew calendar, in scripture verses actually, it talks about being intentional as believers to set our intentions, being purposeful, deliberate, and premeditated. But really, as believers and Christians and followers of the way and of Jesus, the main intention, the main purpose that our Master came to the earth is in 1 John 3:8, which is, as believers, we need to know that the purpose of Jesus Christ was this, to manifest for this purpose alone, to destroy the works of the devil. So we need to follow in the footsteps of our Master and realize that we are in a divine battleground. We are in a war. We are in a cosmic conflict. And so we're going to read Mark chapter 4, verses 2 to 9, and really look at the seed of having ears to hear as Jesus encouraged his listeners. So it says, the parable of the sower, as Jesus taught, he was teaching them many things in the parables and was saying to them in his teaching, listen to this. Behold, the sower went out to sow. And as he was sowing, some seed fell beside the road, and the birds came and ate it up. Other seed fell on the rocky ground where it did not have much soil. Immediately it sprang up because it had no depth of soil. And after the sun had risen, it was scorched because it had no root. Keep in mind that key later, guys. And it withered away. Other seed fell among the thorns, and the thorns came up and choked it, and it yielded no crop. Other seeds fell into the good soil. As they grew up and increased, they yielded a crop that produced 30, 60, and 100-fold. And Jesus was saying, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. So we need to set our intentions. We need to be encouraged to set our mind on things above. We need to know that this earth really is a circus for the prince of the power of the air, and it's really our temporary home. But we need to know that our calling from Christ is to move through this world and destroy the works of the devil and keep our root set, our mind set on things above. And like the classic Star Trek Enterprise talked about, they said that space was man's final frontier. Well, there's a partial truth in that, but heaven is the final frontier. That's where we are going to. That's our home. This cloak, this tent, this earthly bodysuit is only a temporary home, but our eternal home is in heaven. So the seed came up. That's where we want to get to in the end. That intention, as we talked about earlier on the teaching with Christ, as we set our intentions, our resolutions for this year and the days moving forward. Sometimes it takes decades, sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes months, different timetable of time in God's economy for that soil to produce, for that seed to come up. So keep sowing, but do it intentionally in 2023 with our Master, with Jesus, and may you be blessed.